Do you feel like you are falling behind while other developers are becoming millionaires at companies like OpenAI? I'm Matt, and my first coding job paid me $1,200 per month. But today, I make more than 90% of software engineers in Silicon Valley, and I don't even live in the United States. In this video, I'm going to show you why developers from OpenAI only look richer than you and why most of them end up losing 60% of their salary. Let's start with ugly truth about OpenAI salaries. I bet you heard that OpenAI is paying over $1 million salaries to software engineers. This number is so high that it sounds unreal. For many years, every developer's dream was working at Google. Not just because their offices felt like theme park, but Google was one of the best paying tech companies. At Google headquarters in Mountain View, an average developer could make anywhere from $300,000 up to $500,000 per year. It is a lot of money, but Google is the most profitable tech company in the world. So it's awesome they share some of the profits with employees, right? But OpenAI is nowhere near Google. According to Sam Altman's business plan, they spent $3 to make $1, and they are planning to keep burning money like this for the next 5 years. So how can OpenAI afford to pay developers twice as much as Google? To explain it, let me show you how OpenAI organizes engineering teams. OpenAI follows a very standard leveling system like other big tech companies in Silicon Valley. For software developers, they predicted 5 levels, from L2 up to L6. So L2 is an entry-level engineer, L3 is a mid, L4 is a senior, and L5 is a staff engineer, and L6 is a principal engineer. I don't know why they skip L1, maybe they don't hire interns. Of course, developer compensation increases with each level. A software engineer at level 6 will make way more money than a software engineer at level 2. So how much do developers make on each level? The highest paid are principal engineers, so level 6. On average, they make about $1.3 million per year, and honestly, this number is just mind-blowing. Does Sam Altman expect them to work 100 hours per week, or how skilled they must be? The next ones are staff engineers, L5s, and they can make about $1.1 million per year. Another insane salary, but hold your horses, mate. Among all big tech companies in Silicon Valley, only 10% of developers reach staff level. So, how much does a senior make at OpenAI? Senior devs, L4, can pull down $569,000 per year, which is a 50% discount compared to staff engineers, but is still a life-changing amount of money. Mid-level engineers, L3, can make about $275,000 per year, and entry levels about $240,000 per year. By the way, my first job paid me about $15,000 per year. So junior devs at OpenAI make more in a month. But there is a caveat. Up to 60% of software developers' compensation is paid in stocks. A principal engineer at OpenAI is paid $395,000 in cash, and the remaining $900,000 is paid in stock options. Since OpenAI has headquarters in San Francisco, this $395,000 shrinks to $235,000 after taxes, which is still an insane salary, but it isn't enough to live lavish lifestyle in California. According to CNBC, a family of 4 needs at least $339,000 to live comfortably in San Francisco. Even a tiny house in Bay Area can cost over $1.3 million. But I know what you might say. But Matt, they will become millionaires from their stocks. You're right. Some of OpenAI employees will become multi-millionaires when the company goes public, but most of them won't. The sad truth about stock options is they are usually distributed with 1 year cliff. So it means that you need to stay at the company for at least 1 year to receive any stock options. According to what I found on the internet, the median tenure at OpenAI is about 9 months. So most developers will end up getting only their base salary and 0 stock options. But those who will survive those 12 months at OpenAI, they will still need to pay to get their stocks. Stock options aren't stocks. They give you rights to buy stocks at discounted price, but the employee still needs to pay for it. Let me tell you my own story. For the last 4 years, I have been working for a company that offers stock options to employees. Until today, I collected enough to buy 0.5% of the entire company, but I will need to pay over $15,000 to exercise my stock options. It sounds like a great opportunity, right? If the company goes public and its valuation skyrockets to $1 billion, I will make 5 million, right? Maybe. I don't think about it because software engineers usually don't become multimillionaires from stock options. In the last 20 years, it happened maybe to 10 companies, Amazon, Nvidia, Facebook, Netflix, and I can't even recall the other ones. So if it happens, I will be rich, but I don't count on it. Software engineers from big tech companies love to exaggerate how much they make. They shout loudly about the total comp, but don't dare to ask about their base salary. Why? Because total compensation has 3 ingredients: base salary, bonus, and stock options. And when they quit or get fired, the bonus and most of the stock options are gone, so they end up losing 30 to 60% of what they were promised. If you made it this far, I have one favor to ask. I never ask you to like or subscribe, because I believe if you truly enjoy my content, you will do it anyways. But lately, my videos have picked up more views, but almost nobody writes comments. So if you learn something new in this video or have a story that relates to legendary tech salaries, please drop a comment below or just leave a train emoji. Because it's a signal for me that you find my videos helpful and it motivates me to make more content like this. And if you want to find out what I did to make more than 90% of software engineers in San Francisco, you should watch this video next, and I will prove to you that you don't need an elite education to make millions from a developer salary. So click on the video now, and I will see you there.